Hey, this is Ryu. So today what we're going to be talking about is Cell. Now I know Cell hasn't been really around in Dragon Ball Super. He hasn't really been featured much in the video games or anything like that. But today we're going to be talking about exactly what Cell's potential is and how powerful he would have been had he successfully defeated Gohan and gone through, whatever 10, 20, 30 years into the future. So let's get down to business and talk about exactly what Cell is capable of. Now, the first thing that you have to know about Cell is that he has the DNA of many of the most powerful Z fighters already in him. So theoretically, he has their potential. Now, this would include characters such as Goku, Vegeta, and Frieza. Also, of course, we know he has Piccolo and Gohan, who are very powerful in their own right as well. So, theoretically, Cell could obtain any of these characters' powers, and also we know that he gets the Zenkai boosts and such from the Saiyans, because we've seen him come back and become even stronger when he self-destructed. And it's specifically stated that Dr. Gero genetically engineered him to have mostly the best traits from the various races that he was made up of. So, saying that his potential is less than the characters that made him up would be kind of redundant and just ridiculous, because why would he not be given the better traits from the races that he was made out of? So theoretically, you can see things like Frieza having huge potential just from training for a few months to become as strong as Super Saiyan Blue Goku and things of that nature, and those should theoretically apply to Cell. So his potential is extremely massive. Also, as a side note, we do see that his tail is still functional, capable of spitting out the Cell Juniors, and also, theoretically, he could use that to absorb others, so there's always the potential of that, too, to gain their power. We actually see this, even though it's non-canon, we see this in GT, where he temporarily absorbs Goku, and would be able to utilize Goku's power in that state. So, he does have a lot of potential there with absorption. But even setting that aside, you could theoretically see him gaining the powers of, for example, Golden Form, like Frieza, or Super Saiyan Blue, which Vegeta showed Saiyans are fully capable of training to achieve. In fact, you could even say that he could gain Vegeta's newer Super Saiyan Blue evolution form, or even a Ultra Instinct type form if he were to train enough. Now, I mean, of course, this would take a lot of work and effort, as you see with Goku, but theoretically he could get there. Another thing worth mentioning is Cell actually absorbs Android 18 and Android 17. And we've already seen, even with almost no training, Android 17 and 18 are literally able to compete with Super Saiyan Blues. So, I mean, if you think about that, Android 17 was literally just a park ranger, and he was able to reach Super Saiyan Blue level by the time they reached the Tournament of Power. So if you have Cell, who would be going around destroying planets and exercising his abilities, you would obviously think he would become at least Super Saiyan Blue level by this point in the series. So it's really interesting to think about that, because he literally has Android 17 and 18 absorbed within him, so theoretically he should at least have their combined power. Now, the fact remains that we still haven't actually seen him put into Dragon Ball Super like Frieza was, and of course we've seen Buu as well in there, because Buu, he winds up doing some training and such, and he becomes able to casually fight on par with base Goku. So we've seen these guys, but we just haven't seen Cell yet, aside from some illusion which doesn't really count. So I'd really like to see him, because, like I was saying, his potential is just so massive, and they just don't explore that. It's kind of funny, though, because it was stated by one of the authors, or one of the illustrators, that Cell was one of the hardest ones to draw and to animate, so that was one of the reasons they don't like putting him in often. But anyway, regardless, Cell has massive potential there, and he could theoretically have more than the combined powers of 17 and 18 just due to the fact that they're absorbed within him. And I mean, just think about what could happen if you were to stack the different forms together onto Cell. Because what if you were to have a hybrid of, say, Super Saiyan Blue and Golden Form? That could become a whole new monster, just coming in there and destroying everybody. So, I mean, really, you can't count Cell out. He is still one of the most powerful characters at his full potential when you think about it. So, just something to think about there. And let me know what you guys think about this in the bottom. I want to know what you think about Cell. I want to know if I missed anything. What do you think? Do you think he would be just as powerful as 17 or Goku? Do you think he would be way more powerful and just destroy them? I don't know. Personally, I think he would actually be able to defeat someone like 17 and probably even defeat the beginning of the Tournament of Power Goku due to his superior intelligence, superior moveset, and such. But that's just my opinion on how it would go out. I mean, we obviously don't know because we haven't seen him yet, but I would really certainly like to see him in a future arc. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I always appreciate it. And also hit that bell button to make sure that you get notified whenever I put out new content so you can keep up with what's going on.